we're on a journey together. Hashtag travel blogger. I think I'm hilarious. So since the front bumper is giving me the fits, I put it over there in the corner and we'll mess with it later. I will be tearing the car down to get it ready for paint. I'm going to be taking hood off, front fenders also, which I decided to do, engine cover, deck lid, rear bumper, a whole bunch of small trim pieces. I'm going to leave the trim pieces on the doors. I don't want to take the door panels off to take those off, so those are going to stay on. But the side scoops, right there, those are coming off. They're actually getting replaced with different ones. So that trim above the side scoop will come off also. Rear bumper trim, right there, will come off too. Tail light's going to come out. The trim that goes around the back window right there, that's coming off. A lot of that's going to involve, some of that's going to involve taking some interior pieces out, which I'm not exactly stoked on because I don't want to break any interior plastics or clips or anything, because those could be a very big pain. So I'm going to save those for last. So starting off, we are going to take off all the big pieces on the outside, all the big easy stuff, and save all the kind of tedious small stuff for later. So after I take everything apart, everything is going to get wet sanded. I'll probably start with the bodywork on the quarters first, the bodywork that I have to do over those holes that I welded up. Start with that bodywork, and then I'm going to go ahead. Damn, I didn't think about that. I'll start with the bodywork on the quarters and probably just spot in those bodywork areas. Try to keep them small. I have a plan to put plastic in half of this garage and make kind of a little makeshift priming spray booth, whatever you want to call it. That'll come later once the front bumper's done. And I don't know, I'll think on all that. Probably start with the bodywork on the quarters and spot in those areas with some primer. Try to keep them small, but still want to make that section straight, so small as I can. The body's going to get wet sanded with a hard block, and that's going to show me any kind of small dents or maybe small imperfections that might need to be either sanded out or bodyworked. There's a few spots on the roof that need to be bodyworked, so I will probably be tackling those at the same time that I do the quarters. I'm not sure if I'll get to both of those in this video. That might be the next video, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to get to tearing this thing apart and bagging and tagging. When I say that, that means Ziploc bags with the name of what goes on it, so I don't lose anything, so the right bolts go back in the right places. That's important. Very important if you're ever going to do anything on a car. Bag and tag everything, or else it's just a mess. Ginormous mess of bolts and screws and clips, and then you're going back and looking like, where did this go? I don't know where this one went. Anyway, I'm going to get to tearing this thing apart. I'll start on the front end, take the fenders off, take the hood off, take the engine cover off, take the trunk off, and we'll see how far I get tonight. You guys see these stupid screw-in clips? If you have them on your car, take them out and don't put them back in. Put better ones in, because these are stupid and they suck and they never come back out. Yeah, don't put those back in. Those suck. So this is as far as I got this week. Off camera, I took off the side scoops, the rear window trim, and the rear bumper. Finished taking off the rear bumper. How you see the car is basically how I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna take off a few more things like the gas door, the door handles, the mirrors. Finished taking off that antenna. But if you look at it, there's not a whole lot of painted surface left, so that's what's gonna make it easy to paint the car in sections, if that makes sense. Really, the only thing that's painted is the roof, which is mostly taken up by a sunroof, doors, and quarters. I took all this off back here so I didn't have to lean over the quarters or the side panel while I'm spraying, so there will be less trash and all that, and make it a lot easier. And I can just put a tape line here all the way down, tape line here. Had to tear into the interior a little bit, can't really see because it's dark, but there'll be a tape line across here and up here, which that's the only part you're gonna see is right there, but I'll try to hide it, make it minimal. And then down here. Yep, that'll be it for this week's video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope maybe if you learned something. Remember to bag and tag everything. If you take stuff apart, all your bolts go in a Ziploc bag. Here, I'll show you that real quick. Put all your bolts and name them just so you can tell what they are when it goes back together, because it will be so much easier when the time comes to put everything back together. There's your tech tip for this video, so you can say you learned something. So that'll be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you in 2 weeks with the next Freak Project video update. Cool.